Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Hakumei to Mikochi. So, in the last episode, Hakumei and Mikochi went on a nice little fishing trip together, and they had a great time. Everything was wonderful. So, let's get into the next one. 3, 2, 1, play. A couple of years ago. So, are we gonna possibly get Hakumei and Mikochi meeting? Or just Hakumei backstory, one of the two? Maybe both. Hakumei is certainly the more interesting of the two characters, but... I could tell. It's a pretty cool looking gate, though. Of course. Not for you, at least. Yeah, and wow, it's a lot bigger than she is. Don't worry, you'll meet a really nice girl and share your lives together. Believe me. And now. Okay, the border finally faded away. Oh, you know, everything. Why not? Yeah, no burial will stop me now. Caravan, you say? Yeah. People hard at work. I bet. That would be awkward. Yeah. Which is unfortunate because a lot of these guys are very... There's a big variety of sizes. And shapes, really. We might. We'll see. And if anything gets in your way, boom! Don't trip or anything. Yes. Mikochi doesn't sound super confident about this stuff. Uh... You poke it and find out. Oh. Run there for 1,000. Of course. To be expected. I guess just hold on to his hair. Yes, Mikochi is definitely interested. Because it involves Hakumei, of course. They are forced to be reckoned with, to be sure. Yeah, that guy's pretty big. I wouldn't mess with him. Unknown, because she doesn't tell anyone. Stylish grain. Not just any grain, no. I bet they end up regretting that. However, they did not know who they were messing with. Get wrecked. How kind of her to give them a choice. Yeah. Just for Hakumei. A little bit of blushing. Tell me. I see. So she had the hots for Hakumei. Yeah, it worked out. It's fine. Very safe looking bridge. uh, yeah, I would imagine so. Oh, is that the only problem? Yeah, we have a carpenter here. She can handle that. No, we just gotta get past him. Get past security. It'll be fine. We can build our own bridge, actually. So I guess it'd probably take too much time as well. Oh, are you gonna continue to help them? Pretty good guy, actually. Really wanted to fulfill his promise. Despite the unexpected problems. It's not even a problem you can deal with explosives either. Ouch. It's nothing you can't handle. Just do it. Just keep running into problems over and over again, don't we? Oh, right, the explosives. Yeah, we can take care of this. Don't worry about it. Good thing they came in handy. Yeah, maybe. You really should just use all of them to make sure, but I don't know how much she actually brought. Okay, now get a good distance away. Like now. There we go. There's no problem you can't solve with explosives. You know, aside from a blocked off bridge. I mean, why not? Never know when he'll come in handy. You look a little bit tired there. It's always something, isn't it? But they're adorable when they're panicking. He's like, my work's never done, is it? I love to watch them slightly dangle after he picked them up. They're like dolls, like, especially in that scene, they seem like dolls. Ouch. Be a little bit gentler. Man, he was the MVP of this episode. It's slightly more painful than I had imagined. Ouch. Even more painful than I had imagined. I'm sure. So they didn't use all of them, okay. I didn't think they did. So I guess she was just kind of being stingy with them earlier. Didn't want to use more than she had to. You know, most people say they're gonna have some peanuts. They have more than one, but when you're that size... That's a good point. Well, I'm sure she wanted to a degree, but... Yeah, very much liked her. Very well acquainted. Strange. That's a little bit surprising, but I'm sure she has her reasons. Yeah, this part we saw. But I think it kind of cut off right after that. Yeah. It's not like you can have, giants just walking around. I mean, could she even get through that gate? It's not like there's not a good reason for it, but it is unfortunate. Yeah, no. Yeah, you haven't even seen Makinata yet, really. Live in a tree with a nice girl named Mikochi and possibly start a family someday. Uh, Wow. I mean, yeah, she did say she liked the hair, so... I guess that explains the haircut. Yeah, but it looks good, so, you know, the trade-off is worth it from my perspective, but then again, I'm not the one that has to maintain it. Huh. That's a rude awakening. Hakumei, you can wake up now. Bit of a headache there now. You know, I kind of want a Hakumei and Mikochi, like, plushies. I would have them and that would make them kiss. Yeah, we have plenty of time to just kind of sit and talk. Well, you were kind of sleeping earlier. I have a way to pass the time. It's a good point. How much has your opinion changed? Because she didn't want to go there, so... There was a question whether or not she was disappointed. I like how she looks at Mikochi as she says that. Well, that they're looking at each other, more to the point. It's the fact that she met Mikochi. Oh, Hakume. Okay, at least now we've seen them. Would have been very unfortunate if it came out here for nothing. Just checking out that ass. Yes, yes you were. I was gonna say, can she actually hear her, but we do get an echo, so maybe. Who are you again? No, that'd be mean. I'm sure she remembers Hakume. Probably fondly. Well, we're done here. It might have. That was quite the echo. I mean, yeah, seeing her ass is way better than seeing her face. Okay. Oh, right. That would do it. We found another use for the explosive. To let her know that we're here. Just blow something up. I'm glad that those explosives got a good use in the episode. And also, I'm sure this video will be demonetized because of how many times I've said explosive, but that's fine. It does look so tiny in that monkey's hand. This should be fun. Trying to end off the series with a bang, I can get behind that. I don't doubt you. Just don't drop it in the fire, because that would be really bad. A very dark way to end the series. Did that really just happen? I mean, it wasn't quite as bad as dropping it in the fire, but you know, that is usually what somebody would assume. An attack. But I think she just realized what it is. Did you actually see Hakumei, though? I think so. Really is a cool looking character, though. She's alright. Poor monkey. Yeah, let's use our explosion. Our explosives. That's more fitting for a wolf. It's actually a really cool way to end off the series. I'm really impressed with this final episode, to be honest. Like, I actually kind of got chills during this scene. Yes. Tiny little life in the woods. And other places we sometimes travel. Like underwater. Hakumei and Mikochi. Honju enjoying her new stage. Sen! And other characters. But most importantly, Sen. Just kind of seeing a lot of these characters that we've met through this series, which is always nice in the last episode. Even Kohaku, I think her name was. Koharu, the stag beetle. Iwashi, and I'll admit I don't remember most of the characters' names. A lot of them are only in 1 or 2 episodes. But I do remember them, like the beautician. Yeah, the man with the amazing facial hair. Lizard. With that whole plotline when Koji got kidnapped. Yeah, this really was one of the best episodes in my opinion. The whereabouts of the dark red hair. A little lower. A little lower. Wow. You and her hair, that's amazing. It's not too flashy, it's fine. Yeah. Home sweet home. Rib cages and all. Which she would not be living in if she stayed with the caravan, so I'm glad she decided what she decided. Even if Ryokiboro, the wolf, had to kind of push her to it. And that's how you end an evening right there. Sitting on a branch, watching the sun, watching the moon, drinking alcohol with your wife. Even got that Return of the Bird from the first episode. So that was the 12th and final episode of Hakumei to Mikochi. And this episode was a very good episode. So, last episode we had a trip, and this episode we're kind of having a trip as well, so no shortage of those lately. This time we started to get to a bit more of Hakumei's backstory, which is great because she is really one of the coolest, more interesting characters in the show. And we started off the episode with a little bit of a flashback a couple years ago, before she met Mikochi. Just kind of when she separated from the caravan, because they helped her get to Makinata, the place, that's the strange city that she wanted to go to. And she kind of wanted to stay with the caravan, but, Ryokubiro decided, no, that's not the life for you. This is what you wanted. Don't just not go on our account just because they have rules about size and all that. Just this is what you want. This is what you should do. You know, maybe we'll see you again someday. You know that kind of scene. Apparently, Ryokubiro was like a really big fan of Hakumei's red hair, so she just gave her some of it. So that was quite nice. That's a very interesting ship there. Be interesting to see some fan art of that. But anyway, yes, basically Hakumei and Mikochi were traveling because Hakumei wanted to see them again, to just kind of to yell at them and, you know, just see if they're okay and everything. So that was what the nice chunk of the episode was trying to get there. And they kept running into issues. For one, there was a bridge that they weren't allowed to cross because of issues with it. So they had to find an alternate route. And they were riding this one animal, I think it was a raccoon or something, that was, you know, pretty much their mount, the one getting them across, getting them from point A to point B. So, and he's actually a pretty cool guy. He was more than willing to fulfill his promise, make sure they got where they needed to go, but he wasn't just doing this for the money. He wanted to, you know, help them out. And he did. He even, like, threw them into the gondola. So yeah, he did end up helping them out, and the explosives that Hakumei brought ended up coming in handy because she blew up the rock that was in the way when they were taking their alternate route there. And then, after they finally got to the point where they could see the caravan, she used the explosives to get their attention. They had the monkey throw it because that would work better, because, you know, be able to throw it farther than Hakumei could. However, the throw was not very good. The explosive did not go very far, so I wouldn't want to call it a failure because it technically got the results they wanted, but it was like a half failure. It almost hurt the poor monkey, like she almost fell off. But it did get their attention, and they saw Hakumei, and they were waving and everything. And Ryokubiro did howl, you know, acknowledging Hakumei's existence. They were all very happy that Hakumei was still alive and kicking, and seemed to be happy. Like, they could see her with Mikochi up there, so clearly she had made, you know, at least one friend from their perspective. They obviously couldn't have any kind of conversation from that distance, but I think there was enough there. It was just a really cool, heartfelt, adorable, and even funny episode. Like, there was a few funny moments here and there. It might have been the best episode of the series, I don't know, but it's definitely up there. So, my thoughts on the series as a whole. When I went into this, I didn't really have very high expectations. I read the synopsis, was like, hey, it seems like a, you know, cute anime that I would probably enjoy, so, you know, why not? I wasn't really sure what to expect. Yeah, but what I got was definitely better than what I was expecting. Just a very well-written, high-quality show. The characters. Characters are probably one of the most standout things about it. Very good characters. The main two were obviously Hakumei and Mikochi, who, you know, live together as wife and wife, pretty much. And both of them are very, you know, very different people. Hakumei is a carpenter. Like, she has a career. She's kind of the breadwinner of the household. And we got to see her on the job, and she got to do her work. She got to do her own struggles, like, kind of involved with working, because we did get the whole thing where she was helping build that wall that she had a big appreciation of. So we got that plot point, which she did kind of invite Mikochi over for a little bit of that. And yeah, that was good. So, and obviously, Hakumei being a carpenter, that is part of her character, so I'm glad that was never actually forgotten. Even in this episode, during the whole bridge thing, that was kind of brought back up. Hakumei's like, hey, I can fix it, don't worry, I got this, I can do it. He's like, no, just no. So, yeah, I am glad that certain characteristics of characters are never just like one-off things. They're a part of that person. They're just kind of forgotten. And then Mikochi is more of the, you know, the housewife type girl. She, I think I'm pretty sure she does the cooking, and like she's good with sewing and stuff. And just, you know, stuff like that. I think she even helped with like the one guy's alcohol production, and I think as well as the beautician's alcohol production. But yeah, by the guy's alcohol production, I mean the whole like the facial hair guy. Because, you know, because I think he was trying to recreate the alcohol that the one guy made in that one plotline. But anyway, there's also the less main characters, but still fairly main-ish, like Sen and Konju. Konju is the songstress. She's a singer. And I think she was introduced with some kind of singing thing where Mikochi also was kind of singing. Actually, I don't remember a huge amount about that episode, but yeah, that was Konju's introduction. And Sen's introduction, Sen was like a mad scientist type character. Like, she has all these skeleton experiments, which are really cool. And even that was kind of, you know, continued to be relevant to the series, because when she renovated their place, she used skeletons for that, so she clearly does like her bones. And also, you had the one underwater episode where they... why did they go underwater? I actually don't remember. But that also came into play in that one because that's how they got their submarine. It was Sen's doing. And that was also another really good episode that I liked, that underwater adventure. The series in general really feels like a nice adventure anime. Like, every episode we go on a new adventure, whether it's going on a fishing trip, going underwater, going just searching around the tree to see all the people who now live in our home, after the renovation. And just yeah, it was really cool. You never really knew what you were going to get with any given episode. And even some very unique, unexpected characters like Koharu, I want to say her name is, the stag beetle, that they kind of helped out with her issues. The beetle that had like a voice of a standard cute moe anime girl, which was always very weird, but it was interesting, to say the least. It just kind of helped her out with her issues, which is cool. In any case, the series was very good. I enjoyed pretty much every episode of it, and I will very much miss it now that it's gone. So maybe we'll get a season 2, hope one day. We can only hope. For me, this series was a solid 9 out of 10, so... Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.